So, funny thing is, I actually saw this movie a little over a week ago, and I totally forgot to film my review. I just forgot about the movie as soon as I got home. So here we are now talking about Gran Turismo, a movie directed by Neil Blomkamp. It also stars David Harbour from Stranger Things as Jack Salter. And so there's also Archie Madekwe playing Jan Martinborough, which he was essentially one of the only characters in this entire film that you actually care for. The parents you don't care about. Even David Harbour's character, you don't feel much for a lot of the characters in this movie. On top of all of that, the pacing, it's just so fast. Like, I understand this is a movie about racing, it's vroom, 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 but it doesn't mean that the pacing of the film has to suffer because of it. And on top of all of that as well, the filmmaking is just pretty standard. This doesn't feel like a movie that came from Hollywood. This feels like a movie that was made by a subpar media production company. The story is actually very fascinating. I myself am a gamer. I mean, clearly not PlayStation, so maybe that's one of the outlying factors. Not that I actually believe that, but this film just has so much against it, which is so unfortunate because the trailers and the actors and the overall story, it just kind of hypes this movie up and you want to go to the theater to see this underdog story. However, what you actually end up seeing is just a senseless, meaningless, uncaring pile of, I guess this could be considered a movie. There are so many emotional moments in this movie that the movie just kind of glosses over. It doesn't really care. And then by the time the movie realizes, oh, maybe we should give this some more time, let's try to go back to it, it's a little too late by that point. The audience has moved on after you kind of were like, okay, let's go. We got to go to this scene. Like, no, that is not how you treat your audience. And this movie just suffers so much because of that. We're not going to explore the characters' identities surrounding these emotional scenes. We're just going to present these emotional situations to the audience. And next scene. Hang on. Wait, can we go? No? Okay, we're already off to a race after this whole tragic thing just happened. And I'm not even sure if I'm okay with the character being in a certain situation yet. And okay. And I'm just so disappointed to say that this movie fails on so many levels because I have been anticipating this movie for way too long. And it's just an utter disappointment to see Gran Turismo turn into this. There's nothing here of substance. It just kind of shows you something. And then they say, isn't that cool? Let's show you something else now. Yes, there is a general broad message of an underdog story and that this character did experience a lot, but we didn't really get to see that. This movie, a race car movie, fails to show us so many scenes. Take, for example, the main character, Jan. Whenever he gets into a vehicle, he's a little scared, but then he gets this look on his face and he sees something. And we, the audience, we need to be able to see that too. We, the viewers, we lack what the character sees. And so that connection between us and Jan, it gets severed. They just added a few more visual elements instead of just some lines that you see on the racetrack, which I guess represents the video game. We just needed to see more of what the characters themselves were seeing so that we could connect with them. We're told what they go through. We're told what they see, but we don't see what they see. How does this underdog story differentiate itself from, let's say, this underdog story over here? It doesn't. There's no implications of it being different or changed or anything. Like, yes, it's a different story, but there's no messages. There's nothing fancy about it. There's nothing that's really worth telling here. And what boggles my mind is that this story is very, very interesting and should be a visually compelling film. But I would much rather go and revisit Talladega Nights than rewatch this movie. It just feels like corporate greed was written all over this movie. And there's even messages in the movie about how the creator wanted to make this game to inspire anyone to become a race car driver. Even if we could just focus a little bit more on that message, this film would have been 10 times better. But it just fails to meet those marks. Even the romance subplot, it's so bare bones and paper thin. With that being said, I'm done with this review. I'm done thinking about Gran Turismo. It doesn't really deserve my brain power. What did you all think about the movie? Let me know in the comments down below. And if you guys enjoyed today's video, be sure to leave a like. It does help out tremendously with the YouTube channel. Again, thank you so much for watching. My name's Austin, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.